So these blades are shot. You can tell because of the way they are. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We got a couple things going on today. We got the 574 tractor. I can't remember if I showed you this or not, but we got new tires on the old girl. They came with racing slicks, so we decided to get rid of them so we could get something with a little more traction. I actually picked these up at a local auction for 500 bucks for the pair. Cheap. That's less than half price of new, and they are brand new. So they're just the generic brand tire, but they are radials. We also bought a 3-point mower for it. It's just a used, nothing special. Got it at another local auction, and we need to change the blades on it because one of them's bent and they are blunter than a baseball bat. So Dad's picking up some new blades today. We're gonna get those changed. We got some roads to mow. Now that we're done farming, we like to get the roads mowed and cleaned up and looking pretty. We actually would have preferred to get it done a little earlier, but it just didn't really work out. So we're gonna get that going. Before he gets back with those blades, I actually need to go check on some beans. We just got back from vacation yesterday, and we sprayed all the beans last week, and before I left, there was one patch in one field that I was a little bit concerned whether the weeds were gonna die or not. So I'm just gonna go out to the field and show you what we got going on there. We're out here in the bean field. Beans are looking really good. Sprayed them last week and they got burnt a little bit because of the crop oil that we put in, but they're really starting to shape up. We got a little bit of rain over the weekend while we were on vacation. Not as much as I'd like to see, but I'll take whatever we can get. We were kind of getting a little dry. We plant E3 soybeans. That's a trait package that allows you to spray them with Enlist, which is a formulation of 2,4-D, glyphosate, which is Roundup, and Liberty. So we sprayed ours with Enlist and clethodim, which is a volunteer corn and grass killer. So we had a pretty bad problem with volunteer corn, especially in this field, because the corn was down last year and there was a lot of ears that got dropped on the ground. But what I'm more concerned with right now is these weed patches. I think you should be able to see them. This is hemp dogbane. We've never really had a problem with it before. Don't exactly know where it came from, but it before we left, it wasn't really looking like this stuff wanted to die. It had burnt the top leaves, but the bottom started looking, I mean, it just looked healthy. It looked like it didn't really hurt it. So now that we've been gone for a few days, came back, check it out, looks a lot more unhealthy now. So hopefully they're gonna die. I'll give it a few more days and see what it looks like. If they don't and they start greening up and coming back, I think our plan is to spray them with either Liberty or Liberty and Roundup. There's only about 10 acres out of this 160 that is a problem, so it's not a huge deal. I'm guessing this stuff moved in because this part of the field floods. I think it flooded last winter, probably brought a flush of seeds in from the ditch or something. This hemp dogbane grows, you see it a lot in ditch banks, so I'm sure that's where it came from. Kind of new to trying to kill it, but anyways, beans are looking good. It's always good to get out in the field, especially on a nice day like this, just see what you got. Well, it's a couple hours later. We're not moving real fast today. Dad's on his way over to the shop with 574 on the mower, so we can work on that. We're still waiting on parts. We just got some other things we need to do while we pick up parts. While I'm waiting on that, I need to look at the 9670 combine. We are going to be selling this on auction in July at Mowing Auction Company in Milford. So if anybody's interested in it, this will be for sale. We're actually selling it field ready, right or wrong. We think there's a little bit of value added by selling a combine that's completely ready to go to the field. So Deere came out and inspected this last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I got to get some part numbers off some pulleys and run over to Shoop and pick up some pulleys and some belts and just make sure that we get them, got the right numbers on them. So I'm gonna look at them real quick and yeah, go from there. All right, so I need the upper clean grain idler pulley. That's up there. Oofda, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a number on that guy. Huh, I thought I lost you guys for a minute. I didn't know where I set my camera. That guy right there is the other pulley we need. Got the part number off of that one, and I found another pulley that looks like it's the same as that one way up there on the clean grain. Got the number off that, so got my handy dandy post-it. After Dad gets back, run and get those parts, and probably won't work on that today, but we need to get that thing ready to go to the auction next month. We're gonna try and bust these blades loose while we're here. We got this inch impact. It is I think it's an 1 5/8 nut, but it's rusty. So we're gonna try 1 3/4. Shouldn't strip it, I'm sure it'll be fine. So these blades are shot. You can tell because of the way they are. So this one is bent, and I'm guessing they ran into something they shouldn't have, because it's pretty bad shape. And we're back. Dad went one direction for parts, I went another direction. Got him here. On my way over here, my old work truck was acting up on me. It didn't want to shift, and when it did, it would shift really late and hard. So I did some quick research, and check engine light was on. Looked up the code, and it's showing a code for low voltage to the throttle position sensor. So while I'm here, I'm gonna check that out. We don't know what we're gonna get into today. So this truck had a whole bunch of mice living in it when I got it, so it's had its fair share of electrical issues, mostly in the cab behind the dash, but I've had to change some sensors on here. I did change the throttle position sensor, and then it was acting goofy, and I put the old one back on it, I think. So I'm gonna check that, see if we got some wire issues here. But this truck, it's electrical, and it's a 1995, and I guess that's the worst year for electrical problems. So, oh, that's kind of hot. Woo! All right, throttle position sensor is right here. We'll take a look at that and see what we got. I'm watching a YouTube video of how to check the voltage to the throttle position sensor. These guys on YouTube are just so helpful. Well, I think I got it figured out. Gotta check it on this blue wire here. Let's see what we got. So the key is turned on. So I had to nick this blue wire here, check our voltage there. What do I got? 0.5, which is good. So now I need to run the throttle, which I can't reach. Oh, I need longer and more arms some days. All right, I'm back. Holding a flashlight in my mouth. Okay, there we go. Ow. This is not fun. Everything is 10,000 degrees. Okay, so I found an old pair of gloves so I don't burn the crap out of myself. When we run the throttle, it goes all the way up to 4.3 volts. Back it down, it goes to 0.5. I thought it said it should be between 0.5 and 1.2, but I'm gonna have to do some more research. Well, I did some more research. That is within spec, so I got this can of electronic cleaner. We're just gonna spray that in there and hope it fixes it. If that doesn't work, we're just gonna drive it in first gear wherever we go. Well, no check engine light for now. Brake lights are on, but we won't worry about those. Oh, well, I'm waiting for Dad to get back with his share of the parts. I'm gonna start unboxing this stuff. I was able to get the belts for the combine, and while I was there, I picked up an umbrella for this tractor. It's supposed to be red, not like that one in the picture. But if I'm gonna be mowing, I at least want some shade. Okay, there's that. frame. Hopefully it's red. Perfect. All right. All right, I think I got more pieces than I need. The tractor's already got a tube mount thingy on the back of it. So I just need this part, and that part, and the canvas. Let's see, is there a top or bottom? Guessing that would be the bottom. So that goes there. Now you just hook these on the ends, like so. Ow. There we go. There's that. Now I will put this part together. I'm sure this came with instructions, but we don't need those. I had kind of a struggle getting that tube on here. It got some burrs on it, but we just forced it on. Got one wrench the right size, and then I got a universal wrench here. We'll get these tightened up. If I can get this out somewhere where I can work on it. Okay, so now the umbrella goes in the top part. So this bolt's metric. Two smaller bolts are standard. Makes sense. Now the next question is, am I going to be able to make this do something? Looks like it's been on there for, oh, it moved. Well, we might get lucky. Everybody gets lucky sometimes. I don't know how low I'm going to want it. Suppose I could open it up and see. Well, how does this work now? There we go. Oh. That's probably a little high. Does it go down anymore? That can't be it. It seems really high. Whoa, come back here. Okay, so that's gonna have to be what it is, I guess. I didn't like how high that umbrella was with the old tube mount thingy, so I decided to put the new one on it. I think what happened was this clamp right here squeezed the old tube too hard, then the umbrella wouldn't slide all the way. So we're just gonna put the new one on it since we got it. I'm gonna put the umbrella in before I tighten these clamps. That way I don't have the same problem. Does that need to be loosened? Probably. There, I like that a lot better. Okay, that, now tighten these. Does it look straight up and down, you guys? If not, you better tell me now. It's pretty solid. Well, isn't that cute? You should have seen if they had a faded red one to match the tractor. Well, they look better, but they don't look like $300.
Make sure you get that keyway lined up.
Morning everyone. So it's the next day. My camera died and we were pretty much done working anyway. We took this thing out and tested it just down the road, and this is a category 1 mower, and this tractor is, I mean, it's category 2 would work better. So the problem we were having is the 3-point just wanted to kind of sway side to side because they're sucked in so much. So we had to take these turnbuckles here that hook to this chain, and we had to heat them up and get them freed up so we could tighten it up. And it's still not great, but I think it's a lot better than what it was. So I'm gonna get this thing fired up. Dad already started mowing with the batwing and he broke a roll pin, so we don't have any roll pins. I got some 1/4-inch bolts. I think that'll work for him. I gotta bring them back for him, and we're gonna go get to mowing. I'm gonna top this thing off with fuel because the fuel gauge doesn't work and the parking brake doesn't work, so it might roll away, but shouldn't go far. I don't want to run out of fuel while I'm mowing roads. This is also kind of in the way. Well, this thing's a little light on the front end, so we're gonna borrow some suitcase weights off the bean wagon and then replace them when we're done because we need them on here. I think we're finally ready to go. I'm gonna head down to a field. Dad's gonna work on the roads, like the regular roadsides. So I'm gonna go more in the field, spots that we can't get into with that Kubota, and work on those. Well, here's the first little spot I'm gonna mow. You might have seen this on previous videos. We got a drainage pond here that has a pump, runs off electric, pumps the water out, and there's just a little bit of kind of a grassy area around here that we can't get the big mower in real well. This grass and other weeds is getting pretty tall, so mower's not doing a great job. I might have to go over it a couple times, and it's kind of hard to see where I'm at. So we're just gonna work on cleaning this up, get it looking nice. We also got some trails through here that we ride side-by-sides on, so it's kind of nice to come in here and drive around, check things out. So we'll get it cleaned up. definitely looking better. We had some little trees coming. We always like to mow them down. That way they don't get bigger and cause bigger problems. We need to get these willows cut off of this pond here before they start making a mess. We bought a like a side boom mower, and I don't know, yeah, them are probably gonna be too big for that. So we might have to get down in there when it's frozen and cut them off. And take this phone call real quick. Hello. Anyways, like I was saying, got all this mowed up. Even went along there, along the back edge of the field here. There's a 20-acre bean field here. They look pretty good. This is pretty good ground down in the bottom here. I mean, it floods if it wasn't for the pump. What was I talking about? Oh, so these willows, they need to go. I'm thinking if we could get this pond to freeze over the winter, we can get down there with chainsaws and cut them off, put Tordon on them. That way they don't grow back. So, got some more other maple trees, and I don't know what that is, but it needs to be cut down. So, looking good. I think I'm gonna go to the next farm. I'm not really sure how much I want to push this tractor because I kind of already knew that the rear main seal is out of it, and I think it's a little worse than I thought. So when you get into some tall grass, I think it's got the clutch wet with oil and it slips a little bit. But I mean, it's already broken, so I don't think I could tear up much else as long as I can get it off the road. So I'm gonna keep mowing a little bit. I just talked to a local mechanic, buddy of mine. He's gonna look up the parts and kind of give me an estimate on what it would take to get fixed. I was hoping I could make it through summer and he could work on it over the winter, but I don't know if it's gonna make it through summer. Kind of drifted to the side. I need to tighten up those turnbuckles a little more. Actually, I think they're as tight as they go. I need to mess with those chain links. Maybe cut one out of it, get that a little tighter. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. I've got enough content, and it's time for lunch, so I'm going to take a break here, cool off a little bit. Tractor's doing pretty good, actually. The only issue I have is when I get into some really tall grass, I got to go slower because of that. Pretty sure the clutch is covered in oil, so she starts slipping a little bit, but handy little tractor. Once I got some weight on the front end, that helped. I tried it out yesterday and it was a little light on the front end, so almost looks like that tire's a little low now that I look at it. But yeah, it's doing good. It's not getting hot, and I'm staying fairly cool with that umbrella on there. Mower's working decent. It's not a real heavy mower, and I'm sure I dinged up the blades already because I think I hit some bricks over on that first farm and some bigger trees, so it'll do the job. I mean, I don't have a whole lot invested in it, so yeah, this is what we do now that we're caught up farming. We got to get the roads mowed, get everything looking nice. We also got a lot of work coming up on some future videos. We got to start getting some dirt work done for the new shop, and so they're hoping to start on that, you know, beginning of August. So we've got a lot on our plate right now. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.